Hey, what's going on, guys? In today's video, I'm going to show you guys the best handling supercars in GTA 5 Online. This is a really popular series on my channel, so I thought, why not continue it? And yeah, enjoy. And starting with number 5, guys, I have the 220. The 220 is about $2.2 million. So this video is going to sound kind of like me being like a broken record player, because I actually can't really show you how a car handles. You kind of just have to drive it yourself. I mean, you can kind of tell just the way like the car really describes the road, but for most part you're really gonna have to drive the car yourself or just really trust me on this. But the 220 has been in the game for such a long time, and it's honestly, in my opinion, one of the best looking, if not the best looking supercar in the game. And I've just been such a big fan of this car ever since it came out back in like I think like Ill-Gotten Gains, I believe. That was several years ago. But yeah, the 220 has always been one of my personal favorites. Unfortunately, the 220 is nowhere close to be able to compete against the supercars these days. However, the 220 is, some people might think it's overpriced for being over $2 million and not even being close to most supercars these days, but the 220 has always just been one of those cars that really just stood out to me when it came to driving. A lot of cars can be really fast, but if they don't handle well, then there's really no point of driving them, especially if you're in GTA Online. I understand if you're a racer, but if you're driving around free roam, most of the time you can outrun a player or whoever's really chasing you, just out driving them. But in my opinion, I really do like driving the 220 even till this day. I love the way it looks. It's a great handling supercar, and you guys should add it to your garage. And at number 4, I have the Ferrari. The Ferrari is about $2.7 million. The Ferrari was added in the Diamond Casino update, and this is a really good vehicle as well. Its top speed is it's not bad. It's definitely on par with the other supercars. It's definitely a contender for races. However, it is $2.7 million. So if you're honestly looking for a supercar that is affordable but also has really good handling, you probably don't want to buy this car. It is obviously, that's why it's on this list, one of the best handling supercars in my opinion. However, it's really overpriced, I believe, for its performance. It is a great performing car, but for its price tag, you can definitely get a better car for its price. But the Ferrari has a lot of good customization. It's all around, I'd say, a pretty good car if you have a lot of money in GTA 5 Online. So if you guys are looking for a supercar with good handling, I probably wouldn't get the Ferrari just because it's almost $3 million. It is a great handling supercar, but for its price tag, but for the Ferrari's price tag, it's really just not quite worth it. But if you guys just like the car, the way the car looks, and obviously if you guys are a big fan of Ferraris, then this definitely could be the car for you. And at number 3, guys, I have the XA21. The XA21 is about $2.4 million. The XA21 is one of those vehicles that's been in the game for a pretty good while now. However, I believe it's kind of a sleeper. Not too many people I don't really see these cars driven around GTA 5 Online. However, this vehicle is a really great car. I think everyone should definitely at least drive it, if not purchase it. This vehicle sounds really great. My favorite thing about the XA21 is, I'd have to say, it's definitely the exhaust system on this car. The exhaust system on the XA21, it sounds really different than most supercars. The XA21 really has like that crackling type of exhaust like a lot of exotic cars do. However, they don't really implement that in GTA 5 Online. I don't really know why, even though if you customize, the exhaust systems, they really don't change. But the XA21 is just one of those supercars, like, I don't think there's really any others really that sound like this. And another thing about the XA21 that I really like, I don't know if it's just me, guys, but in my opinion, I think the XA21's camera angle is a little bit further back, making it a little bit easier to drive. Like, you guys know what I'm talking about, like, you can have this camera angle or this one. And most supercars really just have this one. That's like the furthest one before you go in first person. But this one it goes even that much further back. I don't know, maybe I'm tripping, but I'm pretty sure it's a little bit like glitched out. I don't know if Rockstar really meant to make it that far, because this is the only car that goes that far back. So the XA21's performance isn't the best. It's really not, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it's really not on par with any of the supercars, like top performing supercars. However, it does handle really great. That's why it's on this list. Definitely one of the best handling supercars in the game, and honestly one of my favorite supercars to drive, just because it just has so many great things that I like about it. And yeah, the XA21, it is pretty pricey, almost $2.5 million, but this is one of the cars I really suggest you guys buying if you guys have it. Definitely get your hands on this car. I think you guys really enjoy it. Moving up to number 2, guys, I have the Torneo. The Torneo is about $725,000, right under $1 million. I know all you guys probably know about the Torneo. The Torneo has been in the GTA 5 Online, I believe, since like the first or second update ever added back in like 2014. This is such a great car, honestly, guys. It has to be like a really big fan favorite. This is when supercars really just became just superior. Everyone wanted the Torneo. Everyone wanted to drive, a really fast supercar. The Torneo, in my opinion, was whenever supercars really started to first get like customization, whenever customization really became like an actual thing. Because in Torneo, we like the first supercar we really never seen to be able to like change just the way the car looks without adding like liveries and stuff to it. People were starting making YouTube videos about like modded crew colors, and there's just so many different ways you can like, it's definitely so many different type of colorways you can add to this Torneo that make it look so unique and just so different. Minus the customization on this car, talk about the performance. Obviously, it's under $1 million. It was added when the game, pretty much first came out. So obviously it's going to get pooped on by all the other supercars these days. But handling, guys, this is such a great handling car. If you had one car to drive, back in the day, this is definitely the car to have. This car can do everything. Like, it's all-wheel drive, it accelerates fast. Like, nothing really is bad about this car. If you didn't like the way the car looked, that's probably about it, but I feel like most people do. The Torneo, I kind of compare it to like an army Swiss knife. Like, it does everything you possibly could want it to. If you wanted to go off-roading, you could use this in Torneo. If you wanted to race, you could have used it. If you wanted to just drive around GTA 5 online, you could have used it. Even if you wanted to take it to like a car show, or make add some really cool car paint jobs to it, definitely you can use the Torneo as well. So yeah, the Torneo, obviously you're not going to be buying it for performance or to buy upgrades on, but if you guys are just looking for a great supercar that handles well and just to drive around GTA 5 online, the Torneo is definitely your option. And at number 1, guys, the best handling supercar in GTA 5 online, I have the Krieger. The Krieger is about $2.9 million, right under $3 million. The Krieger was added in the Diamond Casino update about a half a year ago or so. But the Krieger, it's honestly just all around probably the best supercar you can really get your hands on. Yeah, it's $3 million, but its performance, guys, it is definitely one of the fastest supercars in the game. Definitely like top 3, I believe. And honestly, the Krieger, I kind of compare it to the Torneo. It really just does everything you could want it to. Everything you'd want in a supercar, it really has it. It has the looks, it has, delivery options, it has the performance, has the handling. I don't really know what else you could possibly want in a supercar, minus, it being $3 million, I guess. There's honestly not enough good I could say about the Krieger. The Krieger is all around just, it's a 10 out of 10 in my opinion. The only thing that the Krieger, struggles on, or I wouldn't even say struggles, just the bad thing about it is that it's $3 million. However, I believe you get about $3 million out of this car. It's one of the fastest cars, handles great, has really good customization, it looks great as well. If you guys were to have just one supercar in GTA 5 online, or even just, one daily driver, I would probably make it the Krieger. Like I said, it does everything you could want it to, and it being $3 million, you really get your money's worth out of this supercar. Alright guys, that's probably going to do it for today's video. Let me know what your favorite supercar was on this list down below in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.